Hola, bienvenidos a la clase de español. Hoy vamos a hablar sobre los artículos definidos y los artículos indefinidos. Today we're going to talk about the definite and indefinite articles. In English, the definite articles are used with nouns to indicate specific people, places, or things. And that's the one that we use, as in the cat, the book, the teacher. Indefinite articles are used with nouns to indicate non-specific persons, places, or things. And those are the ones that we are a, and some plural in English. Example, the boy is a friend. El niño es un amigo. Let's talk a little bit about indefinite and definite articles. And indefinite articles. You were probably wondering, well, what does it mean, by specific or non-specific? Think of it, if I tell you, hey, I need the book. You're going to think that I'm talking about a specific type of book. Now, if I say, hey, I need a book, you're going to think that I probably need the book to maybe prop my phone on, and that I needed to, to maybe put some weight on some paper so they don't fly away. Because when somebody tells you, I need a book, you don't really think that they're talking about any specific type of book. Now there's a big here, and again, remember that starts for a very important concept. In Spanish, articles must match nouns in gender and number. By gender we mean masculine or feminine. By number we mean plural or singular. How is that? All Spanish nouns, even if they refer to objects, are either masculine or feminine. Example, a book would be el libro, and because it ends in O, it would be masculine. The girl, obviously, we know that it's a girl, so it's feminine. But even inanimate objects, such as books, tables, pencils, clocks, watches, all of those, for the sake of Spanish grammar, they all have a gender, and that gender is going to tell us what type of article it's going to have. And also, if we're going to describe it using an adjective, which is something that we're going to discuss way down the line, or not way down the line, but not sooner, but later on, it's going to have to also match in gender and number. So for now, going back to articles and nouns. Nouns ending in O are usually masculine. Again, libro for book, gato for a male cat. Nouns ending in A are usually feminine. Niña, as in girl. Mesa, as in table. Let's look at them specifically and separately. Definite articles. Here we have the in English. Think about the way that you use the. The cat. We're talking about one cat. The cats. We're talking about a million cats. Is there any change in the on how you used it? Not at all. It doesn't matter whether the noun was singular or whether whether it was plural because you were talking about a million cats. The article still remain the. Now, in Espanol, we have 4 different possibilities. Why 4? Because again, gender and number. So we have, for masculine, we're going to have 2 types. So we're going to have the one that is singular masculine and the one that is plural masculine. For feminine, we're going to have singular feminine and plural feminine. So el will be the singular masculine, la will be the singular feminine, los will be the plural masculine, and las will be the plural feminine one. Indefinite articles. That is a, as in a book, and as in an elephant. They both mean the same thing. And again, remember that in English you use the N because you want to create that division between 2 vowels. So if you're going to say an elephant, you need that. You don't say a elephant. And then we have the 2 options for indefinite articles in singular are un, not uno. Uno is the number 1. So we have un and we have una. Un is the singular masculine and una is the singular feminine. Think about un libro, as in a book. Una mesa, as in a table. That is not specific. Some is exactly the same, however, is the plural one. Unos, which is plural masculine, unas with plural feminine. Notice that even though there's no O in the un, we do need the O and the S to create the plural masculine form of the indefinite articles. Now, to form the plural of nouns, because that's something that we are going to obviously be dealing with, nouns is where, since we need to be looking at the noun to see whether we're going to add a singular article or a plural article, it is important that we remember these rules. You're going to add S if the noun ends in a vowel. Example, estudiante turns into estudiantes because it ends in E and that's a vowel. You're going to add ES if the noun ends in a consonant. Example, mujer, mujeres, because ES you add at the end of an R because R is a consonant. Now, if the noun ends in a Z, the rules are going to vary a little bit. You're going to change the Z to a C, and then you're going to add ES. So lápiz becomes lápices. Notice that you remove the Z, and then you add the C, and then also add ES. Again, nariz. You remove the Z, replace it by C, and then you add ES. That is actually very similar to the way that you use some plurals in English as well. Think about the word secretary. Secretary ends in a Y, and you had to change that Y into I and then add ES. Think about the word leaf, as in a leaf from a tree that falls in fall time. So leaf has an F, but whenever it's going to be plural, you make it into leaves. So that F had to be removed, you had to put a V, and then you still had to add ES. So it is the same type of logic, however, with different letters. So hopefully that will be a connection that you have. That will be all for now for the articles that are definite or indefinite in Spanish. We're going to be doing some exercise in class to put it all together. And remember that the important things about these videos is that you can pause, you can go back, make sure that you take notes, and this, because it's grammar notes, you should be taking them on the right hand side. Why don't you go ahead and use the left side of your cuaderno interactivo so you can add questions that you want to ask me about what you think you understood, or maybe even try it yourself. Why don't you try to find some nouns from the ones that you already wrote down from the vocabulario de la lección 1.1, and then see whether you can put an article with it, okay? It is very important that you are memorizing that vocabulario, because at this point we're going to just apply the concept, and I'm not going to tell you what the word means. Hasta luego, nos vemos en clase. Adiós.